Okay, let us start. Welcome. Uh, this is the second last class of our course, Entrepreneurship Unit 5, creating a venture and opportunity analysis in the competitive and the technical factors, discussing the competitive and the technical factors. Now, first of all, let us understand how to create a venture. This is very quite important class, and we should understand when we want to get into venture. So how to get into the venture? First of all, अगर हमको कुछ नया वेंचर डालना है, नया बिजनेस डालना है, तो कौन सी चीजें हमको ध्यान रखने की हैं, वो सब हमको देखना होगा. There are 8 steps which are very much required to be analyzed on. Number one, outline your main goal. What is your main goal? You should know it truly and thoroughly. So first of all, starting a business is never easy, and many entrepreneurs falls into venture before even knowing it. Let's start doing this. It's not a joke. As an entrepreneur, this scenario might sound all too familiar. No, that this is perfectly normal, but we need to understand, analyze this. For analyzing the same, we have 8 steps. First one is outline your main goal. What is your objective? Are you focusing on a problem or a solution? If you are focusing on only developing a solution, then you may get fail. Because why? Because the customer will only buy if they think you can solve their problems. Otherwise, not. So don't think of problems. Try to realize the problem to the customer and then give the solution to them. So this will be the better approach. Like the we have stories with us, Starbucks or McDonald's. So these are the stories like feeling hungry, get the solution. Have this kind of burger, have that kind of burger. So what is feeling hungry? It's a problem. You have realized their problem and then you have given a solution. So this kind of approach will give you the better results. Now coming on to second, outline your values. At what cost are you willing to do the business? Or better still, what values will govern how you will do the business? You might think this is not necessary to know for a young startup, but it is very crucial. When we hit the market or a ground running, most of our time is spent on the crisis, and that will never stop. And on uh, upcoming staging meetings with current and future investors, customers, suppliers, distributors. As a result, newer employees joining the company may not know the principle and the values you run with the business, and perhaps will take for a granted one. So, as a founder team member, take the trouble to articulate or to set your corporate values, which has to be lived by everyone including you. Then comes the step 3, build a product concept that works. A lot of investors money does go into research and development, and concept dies at the start. Do research and development, hell lot of research development, and the concept dies. You need to prove the concept first of all, and it needs to be scale up quickly without too many bugs, or you need to have a huge investor available with us, or a celebrity kind of a person who has many connections, and that could help you whatever you need. So if this is the case, then things are different. Otherwise, you need to uh, invest money first of all in research and development, and finally all of a sudden you have to scale up in the proper fashion. Now, the step 4, we have to find the market that appreciates your product. Now, while it's very tempting to want your product to the next instant global brand, it is very tempting, and everybody know, I mean, requires the same. But need to remember to start a smaller one. Remember that Facebook has begun its work from a dormitory room in Boston. Start in the markets you can win, which are often the markets where the bigger players or competitors are. But you need to start very slowly. But if you concentrate on a particular one, then definitely you'll grow up a bigger one, and you will you will be for sure seen, next to the global brand. That could happen, but thinking initially at that level doesn't work, doesn't seems to be worked. Like Uber has a local competition like Karem, UAE, many brands were there. But when Uber has started in the early, then now things are different for that brand. Okay, now step 4, step 5, make your networks. If you are not doing this till date, start now. It is very serious issue, and the network are basically the assets which will be nurtured or encased and developed. Build your networks in a proper method. Classmates, employees, customers can bring in strong networks, not just in investors only. Create an advisory board also. This is an opportunity to rope some key mentors. Research has said international diversified networks leads to more findings, more customer, and more expert knowledge that you can't pay for in your early years, because you need the expert comments. So but you don't have the money to pay for the expert comment. And how you get how you get this expert comment? From your classmates, your customers, sometimes your employees, sometimes the people around you. So this helps a lot. Then comes the step 6, which is the outline key indicators performance. Now, very sure you have to measure the customer numbers, the customer conversion numbers, rather, I should say, sales and the profit, and almost all common fundamentals are there. But don't forget to look at the customer retention, return on investment, and referrals as well. Take a look at the startup metrics to the companies who have reached to a higher level. Learn and think about what they did in the initial days, and then predict upon your uh, going. Now, whether customer, supplier, distributor, employee, or investor will lead you that way, then good governance is not negotiable. So begin the habit of regular audits. And I have to I have to met many entrepreneurs who have first who get the first fund or their first business. What was their failures? What was their initiatives? How they got success? How they got failure? So this kind of approach will give us the clear picture without failing in the ground. Then comes the step 7, that provides value, that provides the value. You provide to each of your key stakeholders. Start with the employees, customers, suppliers, distributors, stakeholders, or even mentors. Now, if we understand, if the cost of being with you is more than benefit, then people will walk away. Invest time to make sure that your valuable stakeholders are should be nearby with you. Then comes the last step: be careful about what you have promised. You can't control the media, you can't. So you be careful with your promises, whatever promises you have done with your employees, with your customers, with your distributors, with your suppliers, and is whosoever person is around you. So that is really required. So we have to be careful about the promises or the words you have said before. Keep a diary over it, make it even. It will increase the good faith in you, and this will bound the people with you. Okay, so this was the creating a new venture. Now let us see what is the opportunity analysis. The opportunity analysis gives you the clear picture in the market. When you are starting a new business, it will one has to understand the competitive and the technical factors available in the market. Now, how to analyze those opportunities? First of all, let us see what are those steps and how to get into. Now, when a person is considering a business idea or a variety of business idea, then he has to go for he has to analyze the market opportunities, but not all of them are worthy pursuing. It is important to reduce the options, because once a new person is getting into the market, he or she has many options for a business or ways of conducting the business, because he or she exactly doesn't know the uh, the market conditions on the actual market ground. So make sure focus on only two or three options only which has the highest potential for success. Now, chasing too many ideas or initiative can be dangerous for a person who is about to start a business. According to the Harvard Business Review, if we see, an executive's team priority list grows, the company's revenue, in fact, declines relative to its peers. But focusing on a small set of promising initiatives can lead to the handsome revenue growth. Okay, now we have 5 steps to evaluate the attractiveness of a new market opportunity and prioritizing the business growth initiatives. So, first of all, we have with us the research about your customer and competition. Now, when we analyze our customer and competitor all at uh, both the levels, then you need to evaluate whether the demand of a product or service is real, whether the expansion into the new potential market is worth for my company or not. Then identify the customer segments that share the common characteristics such as age, gender, education, income, occupation, residence place, and other variables may affect, I mean, the lifestyle, the values. So after considering this, that will give you some motivation what job exactly customer is looking at and what are the barriers to fulfill the same. Because if there are no barrier, then why only I have thought of it? Why not every any other person have think of it? Why it is me who is thinking of it? So we need to understand. Now, knowing the key competitors and assessing their strength and weakness also gives the specific growth strategies to differentiate my products and my services. Because there can be many players in the market who are already in the same business, or or in the similar kind of business, or in the alternative kind of business. It's see like summer का season है and I want to put a cold drink brand. सो कोल्ड ड्रिंक ब्रांड में और भी कंपनीज अवेलेबल है मार्केट में, और कोल्ड ड्रिंक क्या है, ठंडा, वो कहाँ बिकता है, समर में, मोस्टली समर में, ऑलमोस्ट 8-10 महीने वैसे भी बिकता है। लेकिन इसके अलावा ठंडे को रिप्लेस अगर कोल्ड ड्रिंक नहीं मिले तो क्या करेगा, आइसक्रीम। और ठंडे को नहीं मिले तो क्या करेगा, रिप्लेस जूस. सो दीज आर दी कॉम्पिटिटर्स and they are the replacement competitors like Amul. If somebody wants, a young person wants cold drink, but that can be replaced by Amul lassi, hamara desi cold drink. So that kind of strategy may come up. So these are the replacement competitors, and some are direct competitors. If you want to get into cold drink market, then we have direct competitors available also. And apart from this, we have replacement competitors, as I told you, like Amul ice cream, some ice cream brand, some lassi, a chach brand, some other type of brands who are already selling the cool things to hang out in summer. So many competitors are available. How to dig the, how to penetrate the market. So these many things one has to understand. Then let us see the second point. Now, when we get into the higher level view of market, however, we have assessed our customers and competitors, but that is not enough. One needs to obtain a bigger picture or understanding of the market as a whole, which gives you the exact potential of the market that turns up into the success. But your
मॉर्निंग
organization.
सर.
हाँ जी.
सर इरशाद सर का लेक्चर चल रहा है, रिसर्च पेपर लिखने वाला सर.
क्या बोल रहे हो?
सर इरशाद सर का लेक्चर चल रहा है सर, उसका रिसर्च पेपर लिखने वाला सर.
ठीक है.
जी सर. तो सर क्विज करते क्या आप?
यहाँ से कल चालू करेंगे यहाँ से.
जी.
ओके.
थैंक यू सर.
ओके, थैंक यू.